Welcome, digital art students. Here we are with the 2014 sixth period class. They are ready to learn about taking your sketch of a totem and bringing it into Illustrator. So here we go. We're in Illustrator right now, and I am going to start a new file. So I go to File, New, and I want to choose from the print profile. Because everything we do in here, we want it to be the size that you can print when you make it. You can always change the size to get lower to put it on your website. So I choose letter, and because our totem is taller than it is wide, I'm going to choose portrait style. So up it comes. Okay. Now, I opened a new Illustrator file because the only way this works is if you go to File, Place, to find your scan. If you try to just open the scan in Illustrator, you go to File, Open, look for your JPEG, it just doesn't work very well. So I'm going to type up here, totem, and let's see, here it is, totem sketch. I hit place, and up comes the sketch. This is a scan of some Post-it notes I did back in July, okay? And I'm pretty sure this is the one I want to work with. It's looking pretty rough, but it's gonna work for us today. So I zoom way out because I need to make this thing huge. The reason I zoom out so far is so I can hold the shift key and drag this out, keep the proportions, and get that little sketch nice and big. And notice it's just about filling this part right here. This is actually the size of my file, this bounding box here. So I'm going to take it even a little bit bigger. Whoops. There we go. And oh yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Now I'm going to zoom out again because I want to make sure this thing is straight up and down. So I tilt it just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So I've got the scan in here. What do I do with the background image? Who remembers?
You dim it.
Yeah, lock and dim. Once you got it in the place you want, lock and dim it, and then make a new layer. On this next layer, I want some ideas, okay? Like I know, okay, I could start trying to trace this, but it just doesn't, it looks a little too rough right now. So I'm going to go online and search for letter styles. Just type in letter styles and do an image search. I'm going to look around till I see some letters that I think look like what my totem might look like. Maybe this is something you're like, wow, I love that. What really helps is if you find an entire alphabet like this maybe. So I'm going to go back to Illustrator, and over here I have this one started, and you'll notice I'm holding the space bar. That gives me this hand tool. It's really handy to move around. Here, I use this alphabet. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make my letters look a little bit like this. There are thin parts, thick parts, little decorative areas. And so I've started this H. I'm going to go on to the U right now. I mean the O. So I zoom in, and we're using the pen tool for this, just like skull tattoo. Brandon squared, Brandon Dobrowski, don't even think about it. Pay attention, okay? All right. See, now I have to bleep that out of my video, right? Because I don't want to say a student's entire name, right? Here we go. Pen tool. What's the first thing I do with the pen tool to get it started? I just click once, right? If you click and drag, you just get these handles and it gets all crazy and you're like, what's going on? So I just want to click once. So I notice my letter O has these decorations on it that I sketched. So I'm going to start out here and make them a little bit bigger. So I click once, click, hold, drag, I get a curve, and then I kill the handle by clicking on the anchor. I'm going to switch this to a stroke so we just see a line. I'm going to zoom in even more. All right. Next, I'm going to come over here and get this side of the O like that, and then kill the handle by clicking on the anchor. Come down to here. Whoops. Click, hold, drag. Get a nice curve like that. And then I'm going to do something kind of weird. I'm going to go straight up right now. And to go straight up, I look for the green line. Click once. Oh man, I didn't kill the handle. So if you didn't want a curved line, you got to kill that handle by clicking on the anchor. One more time, I go straight up. And now I'm going to end this shape over here. Click, hold, drag. Give it a nice curve. Why did I create half of this letter O? Exactly. When you do this in Illustrator, everything you make, you're going to make one half of it. Okay? So then I can go up to Object, Transform, Reflect, and I'm going to click Preview, be like, what is it doing? Huh. It only got that one part that I selected. So I'm going to select this again. Try it one more time. Object, Transform, Reflect, hit Preview. Yeah, that's what I want it to do. And I'm going to hit Copy so that I get that extra one. And I can just use the arrow keys. It's really easy. I move it into place like this, and I've got the shape in a perfect mirror. Now, because we're running out of time, I didn't take the time to trace this inner part of the letter form. That would have been good, right? But the idea is you're making one half, and then you mirror it. And you can see I did that with the H up here. This is one shape, same thing here. All right, there you have it. I'm going to end.